It's taken us 4 games, but finally we got the first 3 points of the season, and what a way to do it! Fantastic game for Rovers in the end, and we're going to dissect it as best we can this afternoon. So, uh, do you know what? It was one of those games where I think one goal could have probably won it. Early on, you could tell Northampton were going to go long ball and just kind of the old-fashioned way, route one and so on. But Rovers, to be fair, they didn't have much to deal with. Jacola had a pretty easy game. To be fair, there was a couple of times where they got in behind, and on another day, some of our defensive mistakes could have cost us. So I think that's something that shouldn't be ignored, but also something to maybe not worry about immediately. But Rovers really did do well to command the game. And to be fair, the first half was pretty quiet in terms of chances. No real cutting edge from what I recall. The game only ended about 2 hours ago, um, but there wasn't really anything clear cut in the first half. I was having a few issues with my iFollow stream, and it was okay until about 25 minutes in, and it started to go a bit iffy. But from what I remember, the first half was pretty lackluster. The beginning part was okay though. The first 10 minutes, Rovers were pressing well and a couple of half chances, if you like. But after the first sort of 10 or 15 minutes, it was pretty quiet. But I don't think Rovers were in any danger of losing the game, if I'm honest. And the second half came out, and obviously the red card didn't help Northampton. I know we had the disallowed goal in the first half, which was offside there. I just remember that it was miles offside. But Northampton, the red card didn't help. The referee was very whistle happy again, like last week. He didn't let much go. Was very heavy on the cards. But Rovers, they didn't let that bother them this time. I think last week they let that get to their heads. But this week they did unwell to grind it out. And obviously the penalty was a clear penalty. No denying that. And it's a great penalty from Hanlon, who I think was the man of the match. Either he or Tutonda was man of the match today. Absolutely class performance from those guys. I can't really pick on a player that I thought that did poorly, if I'm honest. Westbrook had a better game today. He's getting there. McCormick, you can see his presence. In fact, the midfielder I thought was probably the weakest part of the team so far. I know defensively you've been a bit iffy, but in midfield in terms of being a bit open, if you like, they were superb today. And defensively, yes, they didn't have much to deal with, but they did really well in terms of dealing with any kind of half pressure, if you like. Good to see Baldwin have a good game. I do fear a little bit for Kilgore getting back into the team. I think he'll play Tuesday, but I can't see him playing again next weekend. And obviously, yeah, once Rovers got the penalty, they just saw the game out. And the second goal was well taken there. And Rovers, to be fair, could have scored more than 2, to be fair. It's a really well taken goal by Baldwin for the second. Not an easy finish, but did really well for a defender as well. A really good finish. And I think, just trying to think of it now, I think 3 of the Rovers' 4 goals this season have been scored by defenders. So there might be something to look out for come the end of the season, or who's got the most amount of goals from defence. Maybe something to keep an eye on if you're a betting man there. But as the changes came on, obviously Northampton became a lot more tired. They made a triple change just before the red card, so left them a little bit short. But I think Nicholson had a good chance at the end. Josh Hare had a class game at right wing back. He was unlucky. He hit the crossbar. So plenty of positives to Rovers today. But it is worth noting, I know it's not like me to say, but I know this was a very, very poor Northampton team. You can only beat what's in front of you, of course, 100%. I always say that. But it was a very, very poor Northampton team. So Lincoln will be a tough test next weekend. I said if we can get 4 points from these 2 games, I'll be more than happy. That's 3 in the bag today. If we can get a point next weekend, absolutely brilliant. Who knows? We might even get all 3 if we're lucky. And then it starts to turn a little bit better, especially if we can beat Lincoln next weekend. I think we'll be, I think we'll still be 5 points off of them, but it doesn't look so bad then. I think a lot of it looks back. Had we hung on to that Sunderland game, I think things would have looked a lot more rosy for Rovers at the moment. But that's gone. You can't dwell on it. But To come out of the other side of those tough games, if you like, to start with a relatively comfortable 3 points is positive. And I think everything kind of clicked today for Rovers. I thought Handon was a little bit isolated in the first half, but second half he was really getting amongst it, and he deserved his goal. He deserved the penalty at least. You know, we done really well to win that. Um, and I thought it was quite interesting when I looked at the lineup that was selected. I think it was virtually the exact same lineup I predicted to play today, which I thought was a bit weird. I think I said Little over Hare, but only because Little I thought was more fit. Um, but to be honest with you, I think the wing back should stay the same for the next game. I thought Tutonda looked excellent. He's got a bit of skill about him. I can see why Barnett rated him highly. Yes, I know it's 2 leagues to come up, but he's done well so far. But it's a case now of Rovers just keeping their feet on the ground. You know, one victory doesn't change the fans or the majority of the fans' opinion of Garner. Like I said, I was still indecisive, or unsure, if you like, on Garner. So I'm still feeling that way. Nothing's changed for me, like, but not in a negative way. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to turn around and sit here and say, well, told you also, but I'm also not going to sit here and say, oh well, I still want him out, because I've never felt either way. You know, I'm still down the middle. So, but hopefully, this is a sign of good things to come. We've got a packed month this month. We've got some real tough games, and I think I said the other day, if Rose can take sort of 10 points out of this month, at least, then I think we'll be all right. And I said we got 3 already, so let's hope this is a start of things to come. And I said Rovers could have scored a lot more than the 2 goals today. But I think he's just showing that the confidence the team had to keep going for the whole 90 minutes rather than to just sit off and settle for the 1-0 win. So that'll do it for today. I might be back in a week with a video regarding everything COVID related in football. Just read before I was about to sit down to record this that Kilmarnock have forfeited 3 games due to an outbreak in their squad. So even just me saying that, I've got my head in my hands, rubbing my head, because I'll discuss that another time, I think. But yes, good 3 points for Rovers today, and hopefully we can keep going up to 15th. We've gone up 9 places, I think, in a day, after 1 win. So who knows, if we win a couple more, we could be top of the league. The way it's all panning out. Tongue in cheek, of course. Anyway, I will speak to you all very, very soon. Have a great rest of your weekend. Take care. Bye bye.